Hey y'all.
Hey.
You want to start?
Sure. So I'm Kai. I'm 22 years old. I'm a Gemini. I have a blog called Apprehensive where I talk about a lot of other different things such as mental health, the LGBTQ community. I said mental health already.
Yeah.
Like I do it-yourself projects and everything else. Anything you think of, I write about pretty much.
I'm Michelle, y'all. I run a blog called 50 Shades of Humanity. It's a health blog. Ooh, that's why they have the tissue in here. I'm sweating. I'll be sweating under my nose when I'm nervous. It's a health blog. It touches on all the dimensions of health and wellness. Mental health, physical health, emotional health, vocational health, which is like how you feel in the workplace, communal health, which is like about your community, even spiritual health, and sexual health, which is something people don't talk about, but sex ed has failed us, so there's that. I'm 23. I turned 24 in December. I'm a Capricorn because we're the best, just by the way. She's better. Anyway, and today we're going to talk about depression. And it's not just going to be like your regular like depression blog, because right now we're both in a depressive episode, which sucks. But crazy thing is we're both depressed, but we have two completely separate diagnoses. So you can tell them about your diagnosis.
Honestly, I don't really know. I just know, like, okay, last September I had a miscarriage. They put me on antidepressants because I had really bad anxiety. And so I'm here. No, I don't take my medicine like I'm supposed to. I actually got another reevaluation tomorrow to figure out, like, if I actually need it or not. And so I was just here.
Now today I just have my every 3 months I have to go for an eval. So my diagnosis. Let me pull out my hand. Okay, so generalized anxiety disorder, GAD. My counselor thinks I have PTSD. I'm bipolar 2, not 1, which means I don't reach full-blown mania. I reach hypomanic states. Most of the time in movies and stuff, when you see them showcasing bipolar disorder, it's bipolar 1, not bipolar 2, which I'm 2. They don't really showcase us a lot because they call it like a milder version. They said I was alcohol dependent, so I have to watch my drinking at all times. And I have really impulsive behavior. Well, let me explain bipolar 2, by the way. Hold on. Okay, so bipolar 2 is, I have like 3 states of being, basically. Either I'm super, super up, or I'm super, super low, and then there's like a middle, like just a state of normalcy in between I get sometimes. I never reach full-blown mania, which means like I never have had a psychotic episode, which can happen when you're in a manic state. That's when you're up. I'm never going full-blown mania. That's why I'm bipolar 2. It's hypomania, which means I'm still up, so I'm impulsive. I'm super impulsive. I tend to spend a lot of money, and my bank account has really my bank account has suffered plenty of times. I'm super hypersexual, so I want to have sex all the time. And when you're dating somebody, it can get kind of annoying because, like, can we just have a normal day? Can we have a day where we don't have sex? And I'm like, excuse me, but we need to have sex today again for the 5th time. So there's that. I talk really fast, and sometimes it's like not coherent talking. I'm just kind of like all over the place. I'll be super jittery, super like bouncy. Can't really sit still a lot. I don't need to sleep really as much. Like I'll sleep 3 hours and I'll be fine, like totally fine. Like imagine somebody on 6 cups of coffee. It's like me. It's crazy. When I'm depressed, I'm like suicidal sometimes. It depends on my depression, kind of like yeah, sometimes it's really, really bad where I'm like haven't combed my hair in a week, haven't showered in 5 days, I look a mess, I smell horrible, I haven't done any of my schoolwork, I haven't gone to work, and I've not called out, I just haven't been answering my phone, haven't paid my bills. So it fluctuates. What about yours?
Yeah, like when I'm depressed, I really like, this morning I had to be at school for 2. I got up at 8 and I just laid in the bed like I didn't want to do nothing. Like I got 3 different phone calls saying, "Hey, Kai, you coming to class? Are you getting up? Are you coming?" Like, granted, I live an hour away from campus, but like,
I'd never be in class.
I just wasn't coming. And then I just finally got up because my girl was like, "So you getting up? Like, so you're gonna stay on the phone? Like, you're getting up, right? Like, are you up? Like," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm brushing my teeth, bro. Like, do you not hear me brushing my teeth? Like, I was brushing my teeth on the phone. Like, I was up." So like, mine like, and then I know when I'm in a depression when like my room like, I wash clothes every week. Once all my clean clothes is like on the bed and I'm just like sleeping on top of clothes, like
I'm a cleaner too, and when it's not clean, that means I'm depressed.
right, like if my room looks a mess, don't even worry about it. Like just.
Which surprisingly, I cleaned the other day, but I think it was because sometimes when I'm depressed, I get super, super irritable and like everything annoys me. So the house was dirty and I was just getting pissy. Like shoes were everywhere and bowls, and I was just like about to set that bitch on fire. So I was like, let me clean before I cuss my boyfriend out and myself and this house out. So I had to clean up.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like I've been in my episodes since the beginning of November, and like I done had like 5 different little spurts of like, oh yeah, I'm about to come out this bitch, like we in the thing, like yeah, I'm about to be back to normal.
Whew, yeah, I had a couple of those too. And I thought I wasn't depressed anymore, and joke's on me, you're still depressed.
Like
Sometimes you'll get this little burst of energy and you think that you're out of your depression, but you're actually not. You got a little burst of energy for a couple hours, and then you went to sleep and you woke up and you're still depressed. It hits you sometimes, and you swear up and down like, this is it. I'm turning a new leaf. I'm about to start getting out the house again. Like, nah.
You be in that bitch like, man, fuck, start randomly crying and shit. Like,
ooh, I had my random cry. Oh, on Thanksgiving in the car with my boyfriend. And I just like started crying out of nowhere. And keep in mind, I really don't ever cry, like ever. Even when I'm depressed, I don't cry. I just go to, like, I just be, sometimes I even talk slow when I'm depressed. It's that bad. But I rarely ever cry. But I just busted out crying. And then I like had to pull up at my people's house. I'm like, let me get my shit together. Makeup messed up. It's a mess. I'm a hot mess.
yeah, I cried. Thanksgiving, yep, that was when I realized that I was in a deep ass depression. I cried Saturday night after bourbon. I cried Sunday.
She texted me about it.
I cried. Did I cry Monday? No, I cried yesterday. What's today? Today Wednesday? Yeah, I cried yesterday. I cried a lot yesterday. Yesterday I was just in that bit like.
I almost cried yesterday.
I cried yesterday. But I think it was kind of more so because like I got hurt emotionally while in a depression.
Yeah, so. It's like your feelings it hits you way harder. Like, I remember my boyfriend went and got some food, and when he was there, he didn't text me what I wanted to eat. Now, keep in mind, I'm always hungry. So I'm like, and he came back with food, and I'm like, well, thanks, I was hungry too, and just slammed the door and left. And I started crying in Popeye's parking lot like a fool because when I'm depressed, it's like, I felt all of that 10 times more than, because it really honestly wasn't that serious. Like, it was just food.
Like,
granted, he should have asked me
but
if I wanted some food, but it wasn't that serious.
Yeah, so it was just... Today I'm doing surprisingly well. I mean, I'm kind of alcohol dependent when I'm depressed. I did have a cup of wine like at 8 o'clock this morning, but I mean, hey.
I want to drink so bad, but let me tell you why I can't. Because I have work tomorrow, and the day after I drink, it's like an anxiety hangover. I'm not functional the next day. I actually have to take sleeping pills the entire next day because my anxiety is so bad, I literally cannot function. So, never mind, I can't say that on camera. So how you feeling right now?
I'm okay. I was like,
give me, use your words. Verbalize how do you feel right now?
I'm kind of like just going through the motion. Like, I had a counseling appointment earlier today. And so, like, with me, I had to change counselors because they fired my counselor here, which is bullshit. But, I mean, whatever. So they kind of switched me. And I'm not cool with, like, meeting new people. And, like,
me either.
it's kind of weird. Like, I would talk to anybody, like, you say, hey, girl, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? And I just, like, keep on going, like.
It's different when you're on a treatment plan, though. Like, I don't like switching doctors either. I'm planning on moving to Knoxville, Tennessee, and I asked my doctor, could I keep him? Like, he was like, well, I can't prescribe you meds in Tennessee. I'm like, he was like, unless you could come every 6 months. Well, I'll be here every 6 months then.
Right.
Because when you're on a treatment plan, like, y'all get accustomed to each other. It's like you build a relationship almost. So when it's a new person coming in the mix, you like, y'all have to go through this whole process of getting here all over again. It's a mess, and don't nobody feel like going through that.
All right, because I was with my counselor for 1.5 years before they switched us. And he was like, but you're doing so well, and I was just about to ask if you was ready to get off counseling. And I was like, bro, you're leaving in the month of September. Like, you know, like, September is not my month. Like, you can't just up and leave in September and just like, okay, I'm going to just start you on such and such. Like, I don't know that lady. Like, it took me a while to open up to her. Like, I had to cry in her office first for me to be like, okay, well, fuck, I cried now, so.
It'd be like that. the tear in the office be like, okay, we've broken a little wall. Okay,
right, we can do this. So
I found my counselor. Well, I have a counselor, I have a nurse, and I have a psychiatrist. My psychiatrist prescribes my, ooh, you can't see my finger. Oh, they're long. Jesus. My psychiatrist prescribes my med. My nurse takes my vitals and stuff for my checkups so I can get my meds. And then my counselor, that's like we run it. Ooh. We run it. So I keep up. I actually go to counseling every 2 weeks. It's that serious. Like, because when you go use like public health services, you'll see them like once every 3 months, and that wasn't doing shit for me. So I found mine on Psychology Today, and I have Medicaid, so I don't pay for anything, including my meds. So I need everybody that's low income, like, please apply for Medicaid. Because first of all, I just want you to know, like, you're paying for that in some kind of way. Like, you see that health care that come out that check every month? You know, them taxes on it, like, just go ahead and invest in getting on Medicaid, because we're at a point where a lot of people say, oh, well, I don't have any money and I can't afford Medicaid. Medicaid. Apply. You're low income. Utilize those services. I'm just saying. What else? Oh, how I feel right now. Whew. Okay. I feel very irritable. Like, earlier, I was like, do I want to do this blog? Because I kind of don't feel like being bothered. No offense. But, like, I didn't feel like leaving the house. And it's, when I'm depressed, sometimes it's really hard for me to leave the house. Like, I just kind of don't want to be in the mix of anything. And then in the house, it's everything I can control. There's going to be no foolishness. There's not going to be anything unexpected that I have to deal with because I'm just at the house. I'm very anxious right now, actually, because I've started a new job. And let me tell you how sucky it is to be depressed starting a new job, because you have to fake like it is. By the way, the job's great. I'm working with kids with autism. I couldn't ask for better, and the pay is amazing. But when you're depressed, it's hard to get excited about anything. So it's just like, it's like I'm pulling my own teeth while I was there. And I was like constantly like, I was only there from 9 to 12 because I was job shadowing. And it was like, I just wanted to go home because it's like, oh, I'm not even here. Nothing feels right in my life. And that's the only thing about being depressed, because your life could be going great. Like, I honestly can't say there's anything right now that's super horrible. I mean, I'm getting a new job. I moved in with my boyfriend. He's great. Me and my family are on good accord. But how you feel internally just does not reflect what's going on in real life. And it sucks. And it makes you feel kind of guilty sometimes, because why do I feel so shitty when everything's going so good? So it's
and then, like, people don't understand, like, why you feel how you feel, and then it's automatically like, well, you shouldn't feel like that. Like, first
oh my
of all,
God.
ain't nothing wrong, so you shouldn't feel like that. Like, what you tripping about? Like, so It's okay. That's what I'm dealing with at the moment. So
Let me tell y'all, there are certain things that you should not say to somebody who's depressed. Things could be worse. You shouldn't feel depressed. Other people have it worse than you. Oh, just pray about it. What else?
That's my favorite one.
Oh, just pray about it.
That's my favorite one.
Yes, the Holy Ghost is about to come and correct my chemical imbalance.
Yep,
Thank you.
Let me tell you about that one. Praying about it, okay, cool, I get it. Pray about it.
And that's cool if you're spiritual. I'm glad that it works for you, but you can't just put that on other people when they're depressed, because that's not how that works.
I look at it like this. God put people like counselors, psychiatrists, medication on this earth for people like us to like use it.
So
like,
we can function.
Like, it's not just, okay, I prayed to God yesterday, he gonna make everything happen today.
And I'm
like,
delivered. I'm healed. It's not how that
don't
works.
work like that. Like, my mama told me to do that. She told me to write about it. But she said, don't use my blog because I'm letting the internet know my personal problems in my life. Like,
that's another thing. Families, especially black families, it's like they don't want you to be transparent with the fact that you have a mental illness. And I can kind of see it on one hand, because let me tell y'all, and I want to be very honest, employers will not hire you because of this. And I know they're like, well, the whole I'm an equal opportunity employer. It's bullshit. They will not hire you because of this if they know. So I honestly never tell them. Like, one of my jobs asked if I had any disorder that would affect my work. And since it didn't affect my work, I didn't feel the need to disclose it. Because it was during the hiring process, and they will not hire your ass. I'm just letting y'all know. I
got sent home because I had a very bad anxiety attack because I was already like in a depressive mode. And like I was already having bad anxiety attacks throughout the day, so I went to work that night. And like I heard my managers I overheard them talking about me on the next hour.
I'm so sorry. Yikes. It just came out of nowhere. I'm sorry.
And so, like, they was over there talking about me. And so then, like, the manager came up and she saw me I was on the next aisle. And she was like, so you want to go see what they talking about? And I was like, no, for what? Like, I heard y'all talking about me. Like, why would I want to go over there? She was like,
work drama's so annoying.
So she was like, so you're not going to come talk to me? And I was like, no, for what? Like, you were talking about me. Like, I heard you. Like, it was literally like, this was them. And I'm like, this was them, this was me type of thing. Like, Nick, I heard you. Like, why would I want? I said, no. She was like, come to the office. So I went to the office. And I was already, like, shaking and everything. So I was in there, be like, okay, what? She's like, you can have a seat. I said, no, I'm good standing up. She's like, well, I want you to sit down. I said, okay, well, I'm standing up, like, point blank, period. Like, you can't make me sit down. Like, you gonna send me home? And so then, like, I caught an anxiety attack, so I walked out and I went to the bathroom. She was like, I need you to come out the bathroom. And I was just looking like, when I'm ready to come out, I'll come out. Like,
something else y'all don't need to do. When somebody having a panic attack, do better, y'all. Either give them space or be comforting. Being demanding isn't going to help shit, but make it worse.
Right. So I called my girlfriend and I was like, yeah, I'm catching an anxiety attack. Like, I need you to, like, come get me, like, right now. Like, I need you, like right now. Like, I need you to just pull up and I need to go, like, right now. I was like, I can't drive. I can't do that. Like, so I got out the bathroom. She was just telling me, like, breathe, God. Like, just get out the phone and I need you to count from 100 and just breathe. Like, just breathe. Like, call me back, but breathe. So I did that, and I calmed down. So I went back, and my manager was like, so you ready to talk? I was like, what? She was like, well, you're not talking to me as grounds for termination. I said, okay, so what, you gonna fire me? She was like, well, I'm gonna let the store manager do all that. And I was like, okay, well, if you're not gonna fire me, then what? She was like, what's this attitude? I said, if you're not gonna send me home and you're not gonna fire me, then I don't see the whole point of us talking. She was like, well, you can go home. So I got my stuff and I left. Like, ma'am, you telling me I could go home? That's more. I was gonna call in, like. Be happy that I came. You sent me home 30 minutes before the store closed. So
don't ever tell me to go home as an employer. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Like,
you want me to sit here and just be like, okay, well, I don't want to go home. Nope. Ma'am, I live 30 minutes away from here. I
don't think I know anybody on this God-given earth, if given the choice to, even if you love your job, if given the choice to have a half day, I ain't gonna take that half day. So, or even just leaving a little early. Oh, we just closing up early today. Anybody who wants to go home? All right.
Money is great now, but
you don't have to tell me twice. Like, I can get in my bed early. The thing is, Well, leaving work, I can get to bed early. I could wash my hair. I could cook. I could clean. There's so many things. I could blog.
I can go shopping.
Look, me and my cats could lay up, watch Grey's Anatomy.
Sex.
Exactly. There's so many things. So I don't even blame you, because given the choice, I don't think anybody would not leave early, especially under the circumstances. Because when I'm anxious, you giving me the chance to exit,
I'm gone.
you think I'm not finna go, especially just to recoup and get my stuff together?
Let's go.
Exactly. How are you managing right now?
Oh, I'm not actually. This is actually a front. This is Kai being on Southeastern campus. It was like okay, I gotta be in public. I gotta act like my life is together type of thing. Like, yeah, Kai's here. This is like, I got told yesterday that my front is so good that like the people around me don't even know that it's a front anymore. Like, I said, well, that's kind of bad. So
It'd be like that. When you're depressed, sometimes it's like you get accustomed to being depressed. So it's just like, oh, it's just another depression.
Like, I only know, like, when things are bad, that's when I really talk about it. I be in there, like, I can't manage, like, okay, this is what's happening right now. Like, I feel like I have the urge to just drink a whole bottle of brown. Like, I don't even drink brown liquor. And I was, like, I woke up this morning and I was like, I think I want some E&J and Coke. And it was looking like, what?
You know,
I
that's
said,
my fave.
I said, I think I want E&J and Coke. Like, I don't drink none of that, but that's what I
She
want.
don't drink brown. I drink brown. She's I'm the brown drinker. She don't drink brown.
And it was like, what do you mean that's what you want? You don't drink that. I know, but I think I want to go to Walmart and buy a bottle of Coke and some E&J.
Y'all, brown hit different. I don't care what nobody say. For real.
And it was like, Kai, do you want to go to class today? I was like, I'm going to still go. I mean, it's only 8 o'clock. Like,
I've been in class drunk, too.
I got to go. They was like, but you can't drive drunk. I said, you're right, because it is an hour away. I said, but I do have wine in the refrigerator, so I drink my wine instead. But I really want E&J and Coke. Like, and it was like, one glass of wine won't hurt you, but I don't need you to go to the store and brown and buy liquor. Like, I don't need you with the hard stuff, because you still have to go to class. You still have to take a test today. Like, so I was like, but
I actually drank in class.
Me too.
I was in class, and I just, this was me. You know that gift where they do, like, that was me. That was me. I pulled, it was a little half pint. I was just like,
I
y'all,
came with mine mixed already in the class.
no joke. The teacher caught me, but she didn't say anything, and I don't know why, but praise the heavens, because I was going to get kicked off this campus, which I don't even go here anymore now. But then I was only like a sophomore. I was like a sophomore, so it's like junior, sophomore, that little in-between stage. And it would have sucked to get kicked out of school then for drinking, but I had a drinking problem then. Like, so I did a lot of things with drinking that I shouldn't have.
I used to mix mine and put it in a water bottle. Like, I'll come to class like this.
When I still drank white, I did that too.
I do it with brown too.
I called it miracle water. I called it miracle water.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, y'all hear me, my miracle water? Straight vodka all the times of the day. All the
I
times
used
of
to
the
be in
day.
there like, God, what's that? Oh, it's just mango Arizona. Yeah, it's mango Arizona mixed with something else.
Y'all, by the way, drinking's a depressant, so it low-key, it feels good for like them couple hours, but like it just makes you more depressed, like severely more depressed. So it comes into an endless cycle of like, well, let me drink again to make myself feel better, and then now you're an alcoholic. So
Right. So I tried to like make sure I don't drink as much when I'm depressed, but you know,
because believe me, they had me, oh child, they had me doing all kind of foolishness. And by the way, you're gonna be so annoyed doing all the stuff they have you doing. So like, I had to take all these tests, and they wanted me to go to these classes. Then I went to AA, and I hated it. I hated all of that because it's like, you're making me feel like an addict. Like, I'm not, because in my mind, I'm like, I think addict. I think someone like smoking meth. So whenever, which I'm not making fun of addicts, but that's what my mind goes to. So whenever they I feel like I was being, like, you quizzing me, like, I just had a couple drinks, like yesterday. Like, yeah, right. I'm not an alcoholic, so, whew. But I have bad genetics, so alcoholics on both sides.
But yeah, my neos are very scared for like of me like drinking, but they want me to go out to drink tomorrow because it was like, how you need this little break, you need to like let loose a little bit. Like
You can go out without drinking. I mean, it's not fun. It's fun, but
like they want me to drink tomorrow, but I was looking like, but y'all don't want me to drink any other day, but tomorrow, like that's my one day that I could be like, yeah, I'm about to get fucked up, like pass me all the brown liquor type thing, like no. So I don't think I'm going.
How I'm managing. Oh, they sound like, what you call them?
The maracas.
Maracas. Yeah, I'm on Geodon, which I take twice a day, which is a mood stabilizer. It's an antipsychotic. I take that twice a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. I take Lexapro in the morning. Lexapro is the SSRI. It's like selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Whew. I had to think about it for a second. But yeah, the SSRI is my antidepressant. The Geodon is my antipsychotic. So what it's trying to do is, I don't need to be up here or down here. It's kind of trying to wiggle me in the middle somewhere, keep me. But really what it does is, I'm like in the middle like this much. So I got some wiggle room because I still get up and I still get depressed, but it's not like way out here like it normally would. Because like off my meds, y'all, I'm a hot mess and I'm not gonna even lie. And at first, my nurse actually said this to me today. She was like, it took me a long time to accept the fact that I had like a mental illness, because I was always like, I don't need to be on meds. Like, meds not about to do anything for me. Y'all just put anybody on meds. And I feel like a lot of people have that mentality, which some doctors do overprescribe medication, but like a lot of y'all need it, including myself. Like, I need them. I need to be on them. When I'm not on them, I don't function right. I do very risky things, and I can't manage myself, so I'll take on a whole bunch of shit that I can't handle when I'm all hypomanic and all these projects, and I'll start all this shit and I'll never finish them. I get depressed. I quit 2 jobs at once, and it's a hot mess. So I will say, sometimes guys, you just need to follow your freaking treatment plan. Take your meds, go to counseling, because it helps, but it's not gonna help. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the first 3 weeks of taking meds fucking suck. Like, the side effects that I experienced sucked. After they dissipated, about 4 to 6 weeks, I started feeling a little bit better. At about 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks, starting to get productive, starting to be manageable. So, sometimes just take your meds.
Yep, that's what I'm scared for.
Oh, the side effects? Oh, no, I'm not gonna sit up here and stunt to y'all. They suck sometimes. Like, they do. You sometimes, like, I've gotten exacerbated symptoms. So the stuff they're trying to correct will momentarily make them worse. Like, I had severe irritability. And when I say severe, like, people were talking to me and I just kept thinking about how I wanted to punch them in the face, and I didn't understand why they were talking to me. But keep in mind, I was at work, so they were supposed to be talking to me. Like, they were supposed to be talking to me, but I kept thinking about smashing their head into something because I just didn't understand, like, why the fuck do people keep talking to me all day? I'm at work, bitch. They're supposed to talk to you. But I realized my medication, like, exacerbated my irritability for a while. Also sent me super, super up for a while. I came back down. I mellowed out. Everything just kind of got to a good baseline. And I've been pretty good ever since. I am in a depressive episode now, but my meds are keeping it off a little bit. So it's like a little stream instead of like an overwhelming waterfall like it normally be.
That's a nice little analogy, metaphor type.
That's the only way I can describe shit. Sometimes I have to get metaphorical. It was an analogy, but same, whatever. Same difference. I suck at English. Anything else?
Let's look at the notes.
Notes? We pretty much got it.
I actually got the notes. Wait.
Oh, your notes, yeah.
what this is. Make it 2-part.
We can do it to part 2. Yeah, we can just do it part 2.
Oh, do it right here.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm confused.
I'm saying we could close this one out. And we can do part 2 later. We need to review this. Oh, we need to sign off too. We need to do some kind of closing. That was a horrible one. We're gonna X that whole section off. Okay, guys, it was nice. Okay, we're gonna start 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, it was nice talking to you. This is why I can't take her nowhere, by the way. Okay, it was nice talking to y'all. This is our first vlog, so it's probably a little rusty, a little rough around the edges, but you know,
we're gonna smooth it out.
Right now, we're gonna smooth it out. Hopefully, with the edits, this will come out way better.
I think we don't even have to edit it for real.
We're gonna edit this. I'm not being too much of a hot mess, but okay, we editing it. Okay, me with 50 Shades, her with Apprehensive, and we gonna leave links so y'all can, you know, scroll through that, see what we trying to do. You know, like and subscribe and leave comments because y'all read, but y'all don't do enough interacting.
I felt like that was shade at me, but it's okay.
It wasn't shade at her. It was follower shade, if anything.
And I'm definitely a follower, so.
You see how hard I just roll my eyes? Because that's how I legit feel. She know I'm depressed up in here. She know I'm irritable. I don't know why she playing with me. All right, y'all.
It's been real.
Yes.